Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on our Tuesday call tonight with Team It Works Ambassadors in Training. Tonight's call, we are blessed with having Presidential Diamond Susan Wade here. Susan, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties, but I'm having a wonderful night, and I'm so honored to be on this call.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be on this call and come on and talk to us. I know that we are so excited. But what we're going to do,
too.
Awesome. What we're going to do, whenever we do calls, we'd like everybody to kind of start with their why. Like, why did you join the business and kind of what has happened to you since you've joined? I am actually going to mute my line. So, Jenny, if you cannot hear her because I mute my line, can you tell me? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, Susan.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so my why was definitely to be able to be a stay-at-home mom and wake up every morning with my babies. And my husband and I, we were doing okay. We were making enough money to get by. We were renting a house in Antioch, Tennessee. I was a registered nurse, and my husband was working a job that was about $35,000 paid yearly. And so, we were able to pay our bills, but however, we had a lot of credit card debt. We had a lot of student loans. We had a lot of financial issues that people didn't know about. We didn't talk about it. But we were still doing okay. But my heart wanted a baby. I wanted a baby so bad, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom when that happened. And so, I asked my husband, when can we get pregnant? And he said, we're going to have to wait until, my job gives me more opportunities. So it just so happened a few months later that he came home and said that his job had told him that they will actually double or triple his salary come 9-10 months later if he is able to get a Six Sigma certification. It's a business certification. And so he pretty much worked his butt off for 10 months, and I ended up getting pregnant. And I was so happy. He told me I was going to be a stay-at-home mom, and about a month after she was born, I'd already quit my job, and I was not planning on going back. I kind of burned those bridges a little bit, and so a month after she was born, his job told him that he was no longer going to be promoted. They were going to promote his title, but he was going to remain making the money he was making. And so I was pretty much out of job, and we were making minimum like $35,000 a year, maybe $40,000. And so with all of our debt and all of our bills, we were stuck, and we had about 3 months left of savings. And so my why was, oh my goodness, like I'm not going back to this job that, first of all, I absolutely knew in my heart that nursing was not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Some people were born to be a nurse, and I just felt so out of place when I was at work. I would cry myself. I worked a night shift, and so I'd cry myself home. Driving home, I would be so upset and just tell Michael, like, I can't do this. Like, I can't work 3 nights in a row, and I hardly see you. Our marriage is terrible. We just got married, and I feel like I don't even know you. And so that was my why. It was to be at home with Vivian. It was to help my marriage because, we were just going backwards. And so I got into this business. I knew all of my friends wanted it, but I also knew that strangers would want it too. And so I just wrapped as many people as I could. I made no excuses. I had family members, tell me that I was crazy. I was making the biggest mistake of my life. And I didn't care because they didn't pay my bills. And I knew that I had to find something that was going to work. I only had 3 months till Michael was going to make me go back to work. And so 3 months later, I was doing well. 6 months into it, 5 months into it, I went double diamond. I was a Ruby my 4th month, but I jumped to double diamond my 5th. I went triple 2 months later, and I believe by my 10th month, I went presidential diamond. And then Michael ended up joining the business and got really, really into it about a year after I joined. I got into a corporate event, and he ended up going full-time with it, worked about 6 months ago. Once we had secured him presidential. And so we are both now presidential diamonds, and we work this business together. We absolutely love it. But now, our dreams are completely different, and my why is even bigger. I have people that join my team, and they tell me what their dreams are, and so that is now my dream, is to help other people have the success that we've been able to have.
That is amazing. I love your story. You are just one of my sidelines that I have been, privately stalking. And I love your posts because everything that you put on Facebook is positive. You look like you guys are having the time of your life. Like, I even just watched this little video that you put on where you guys are dancing in the car.
Oh, yeah. We were on our way. Michael was dropping the girls off. We're having a girls' night tonight. I'm actually in the bathroom stall at a restaurant. Someone's actually sitting next to me, probably wondering what I'm doing. But, yeah, he dropped us off, and, that's just us. We're going to be real. We're going to be ourselves, and we're going to let people know, hey, we're going to have bad days sometimes. We're not going to plaster it all over Facebook, But I definitely don't want to be fake. I want to be real. And so I'd like for my team to know that, hey, just because we're Presidential Diamonds does not mean that we don't struggle. It doesn't mean that sometimes our paycheck can go up and down. It doesn't mean that there are times that, my kids are going to drive me crazy or that my husband and I are going to fight over the business. That's going to happen. So, yeah, I try to keep it real on Facebook as much as possible.
And I love that. And even just talking to you today, I was so excited to hear you, and I know so many other people have been excited to listen to you on this call tonight because I'm like, I haven't heard from a Presidential Diamond yet. And she said to me, well, I'm just a normal person, and yep. I love that. You didn't change, who you are. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I never, ever want to. I never, ever want to get to a certain pay level or title and think that I'm, better than everybody else. It never should be that way because once you do that, you're not going to have people want to join your team because they're not going to be able to relate to you. I've actually had, I've kind of been put in I've kind of had to take a step back sometimes when I've been told, hey, people don't know your story. They see your profile on Facebook now as, your upline or their upline, and they think that, like, you have this amazing life. And so I then realized that I need to remind them, hey, like, this is where I came from. Like, I didn't come from getting my nails done every single week and, going on vacations all the time. Like, that's not where I came from. And so I try, even though my Facebook page, like, portrays that a lot, and I'm able to work my business when I do those things, I have to be as real as possible because that person that is struggling is not going to want to join my team. She's going to want to join somebody's team that's more real and that can relate. So, again, I have to take a step back a lot and be like, okay, I don't need to be posting all of this over and over and over, but I just try to keep it real as much as possible.
I think that you're doing an excellent job. And you've been in the business for 2 years now, right?
Yes, November 8th was my 2-year anniversary, and Michael has been fully, he started becoming fully in September of last year, so he just kind of hit his real 1-year anniversary, and he's been full-time doing it for 6 months, so no other jobs. He was kind of in the background running his dad's family business, and as of this month, December 2014, we are shutting the doors. We are done. The company was built in the 60s, and we have no plan B. We have that much faith in It Works Global and in Mark and Cindy that we are giving this 100%. We have no other backup plan. I do have my nursing license that I am, renewing, but I even joke around. I tell Michael all the time, like, if this doesn't work out, I'm still not going back to nursing. Like, I realize that this is my dream, but I know Mark and Cindy, and he's looked me in the eye, and what's so wonderful is he's said to us that we have plans for 2025 for this company. Like, Susan, like, you can trust us. We're not going anywhere, and that really, to me, that means a lot when, we're throwing away, we're closing doors to a family business for It Works, and we're doing that. And so it's exciting. It's kind of, gives us a little anxiety, but we have a lot of faith in It Works.
I love it. I love it. Can I ask you something? Because the way that your business has grown was very fast. And I know, like, right now, this is called the Diamond Clock Series. And to me, I feel like once people start turning diamonds, and then all the bonuses and stuff open up to them, and then they realize more, they get a little bit more financial freedom, right? So my question to you is, when you hit your diamond, can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, I mean, how did that make you feel? Like, did you?
Can y'all hear this Christmas music in the background? I'm really sorry. It's like so loud in this bathroom. Anyways, okay, I will never forget. I was actually really good about gaining loyal customers, and my rock star, Katie Lemon, she's now a presidential under me. At the time, she was pushing for Diamond as well, and she was really good about getting loyal customers. And so my paycheck as a Ruby was actually around $2,500, which, I tell people all the time, that average of $600 a month is not, you can always make more than that. You can make less, you can make, 600, you can make more. It depends how much work you want to put in. And so I was putting in a lot of work. I was wrapping people belly to belly. I wasn't relying just on social media. I used it as a tool, but I got to work. And so, I was wrapping people. I was getting those little customers, and I'll never forget, jumping. I made a huge jump from Ruby to Double Diamond, and I got, they didn't have a Double Diamond bonus, but I did get the $10,000 bonus, the good bonus. And my paycheck jumped to, with Fast Start bonuses, I made almost $12,000 that next month. So literally I'm staring at the computer screen, and, I was happy with the $2,500 check, and then I'm looking at a $12,000 check, and I'm thinking, this is over what a triple makes, and I'm only a Double Diamond. I'm going to push that triple. I wonder what my paycheck will be then. And it literally was, it went from $12,000 to $18,000 to $24,000. I mean, this is just within month to month to month. And I don't think people even can understand that this is the kind of money that's available. This is what Mark and Cindy are willing to give us if we work for it. And, that's what I try to tell my team. You can go from Ruby to Double Diamond, and your life can be completely changed. You will cry tears of joy. I went out that night and I remember we went out to dinner and just celebrated. We were so, so happy, but it didn't stop there. I had more dreams. We still had tons and tons of debt we had to pay off. In fact, as a presidential diamond, they make on average $17,000 a month. And we did not move out of our little tiny rental house that was falling apart, might I add. We didn't move out of that until December 2013. So I would actually have people come over, and I would wrap them, and it was kind of embarrassing because they were like, okay, wait, you make on average $17,000 a month and you live here? And I just kind of had to say, yeah, I do live here, and we're working on one day getting a house, and we did. We ended up getting a house, and I'm, no longer embarrassed, but, I have been there. For those of you on the call, if you just feel like, when company comes over and you're like, okay, I just remember I felt like I had to clean the house as much as I could, because the cleaner it looked, the better it looked. And if it had like toys everywhere, it was like, okay, it looks like a crappy house again. Like, I just was so embarrassed. And, Michael jokes all the time when we first started, he's like, people probably thought we were selling drugs because we had people coming in and out of our house being wrapped, lining up, in our driveway. And so people had no idea what we were doing. But then, oh, there's the wrap lady. She's the wrap lady. And so yeah, like I did go fast, but what's so cool is my enroller is Brooke Tomatich, and she actually is one of my best friends now. We met in college, and she's number 20. The last time they did numbers, she was number 26 in the company, and I was number 27. And she reminded me the other day that she didn't even go executive until her 5th month. I went Ruby my 3rd month and stayed a Ruby my 4th month. And so if you're on the call tonight and you're like, well, I've been in 3 months, I didn't hit diamond, just know that's okay. People can go diamond in 3 months. It is possible. Michael and I were able to get him to diamond in 2 months. So I did go fast in a way when you look at the big picture of, I went presidential in 10 months, but I just got my butt in gear, and things just started, you plant those seeds. And even though I was a Ruby, I planted the seeds and was able to grow a Double Diamond in 1 month. And that's how quickly this business can change. And so with Mark giving out these bonuses that are, December 31st, we've got a diamond, a double, a triple, a presidential, ambassador bonus that's up for grabs. And so you're sitting there as a Ruby, like, you go after this. Like, you can do this. You could go double in 31 days. Like, it's possible. So that's what happened to me. And we're still, we're pushing hard. I'm not saying that ambassador is like out of the question, but what we're doing is we're planting seeds. for what's about to come in January. This business is going to absolutely explode, but you can't wait till January. You've got to put in the work now, and then everything will just go crazy at the conference. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit. A lot of people assume I went diamonds in like 1 month and, only use social media, and that's just not true. Like, I worked my tail off, and I put those wraps on people. I didn't just sit behind a computer all day, and not that that's a bad thing, but, you have to use these products, and you have to be able to share it and put the wrap on people. I will stand behind that, and that's why I teach my team other things besides social media.
I have a question for you, because this is something that I stress a lot to so many people. But do you have an average number of people that you try to wrap every month?
Honestly, now, because I don't do a whole lot of wrap parties. I do a lot of one-on-one appointments. I just know that my goal is to step to success. And so, making sure I can get those 4 loyal customers. And, Facebook has changed a whole lot since I've been in. And so a lot of the loyal customers we get now are people that we're wrapping. It's not just, Instagram and people that we're getting off Facebook. So, we're wrapping a lot of, it's kind of funny. We're wrapping people that Michael went to school with, like guys that you went to school with. People come out of the woodwork that have been watching me for 2 years. They're like, hey, are you selling that wrap? I think I kind of want it. So don't give up on people. So yeah, there's not really a goal that I write down. I mainly write goals down for promotions. Like, okay, I want to get 3 porcelain roll diamonds in the next 3 months or whatever it may be. But I would say for a new person, you need to make sure you're wrapping at least 8 people a month. Why? You're going to be able to pay your auto ship off, you're going to be able to pay your website, and you're going to put profit in your pocket. And by those 8 loyal customers, you're going to be able to get at least 4. You should get at least half of those people to sign up as a loyal customer, because it's an amazing program. And that way you can start racking up those afterwards and racking up profit.
Very nice. I had another question for you. And it just went right out of my head. Shoot. I love your story. I love how you work your business, and I love the realness that you put onto Facebook. I love that. I love that you stay active and, you lead from the front. And I think that that's really important. To me, that's something that I stress a lot to people, is that you do need to lead to the front. I don't feel that it's okay for somebody to ask their team to do something that they don't. You can't tell your team to do the steps to success if you're not doing it yourself. You can't tell your team to be. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say we had a 90-day challenge. I pushed my team September through November to do really simple building activities, whether it's throwing a party, wrapping somebody publicly, wrapping someone privately, sending to a little customer, whatever it may be. And so they were seeing me do the exact same things that they were doing. And I really think that helped. And I completely agree. I don't think a leader is somebody that just sits back and expects everybody else to do what they're not doing. You don't get to a certain rank and all of a sudden you don't, you're better than that. Oh, I don't need to wrap somebody. That's not, I'll let my little minions do it. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. How am I supposed to share this product with people if I'm not using the product and I'm not sharing it with people? I blitz all day long. I don't have a certain day I blitz. I don't have a certain place I blitz. I just blitz everywhere I go. I continuously talk about this product. And actually, Michael, my husband, is even better at blitzing than I am. He teaches me things all the time. He doesn't let me he lets me be way more not demanding. That's the wrong word. He just is more hey, you want to wrap? Let's wrap you right now. Let's go to the bathroom right now and wrap. And I'm like, whoa. That's just not in my comfort zone. But he's helping me step out of my comfort zone. And so we've been working together. So it's been fun.
Nice. Jenny, are you still on? Hello, Jennifer.
I am, but it's extremely loud here, so I have to mute.
Okay, do you have any questions for Susan? Does anybody have anything on the page?
I haven't seen anything yet. I did put up a post, but I absolutely love this. I mean, this is an amazing, amazing call. So thank you so much, Susan. Just keep it coming. Keep it coming.
I just want to say, like, oh, go ahead.
No, please, go ahead.
Well, I'm just, a lot of people always ask me, like, what is your secret? Like, how are you signing up distributors? How are you signing up loyal customers? And honestly, like, and I 100% stand by this, that this business is all about being personal. And if you've been in this business for a year and you are not signing up distributors, you need to go look in the mirror and you need to have a talk with yourself and say, look, I've got to do some personal development here because something is wrong, because we have an amazing product. This is an amazing business, and people do want this. So if you continuously are hearing no, I'm not saying that hearing no is, like, not normal. I hear no all the time. I'm talking about, like, if you are continuously, like, hearing no from every single person, there may be some personal development that needs to be done, because personally, like, I had to do that too. I continuously have to, like, take a look at myself, take a check, and be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong this month that I'm not attracting people? And so this business is about attracting people. People are going to want to sign up with you when you make this business fun. Try out your Facebook page and start posting pictures of not the $99 join my team pictures, not the here's your 8 servings of fruits and vegetable pictures. You need to start posting pictures of you and your team, pictures of you and your family, saying, hey, I use my Rap Cash to pay for gas today. You need to be as personal as possible, and people will start relating to that. The $10,000 bonuses are wonderful, but I guarantee you when you sit down with a prospect and you tell them, hey, do you think that $300 could change your life right now? And they say yes. You say, okay, let me show you how easy that is. 2 people under you. 2 people who get $400 in volume every single month get you on average $300 a month. Can you do this? And usually they're going to nod their head and say, yes, I have 2 people that I can think of. So always start with the most simple, the most realistic goal. And then if they are a firecracker and you're like, hey, you want to make $10,000, let me show you how. So just I always want to tell people, like, there is no secret in this, but, I mean, you have got to put the work in, but we do the steps to success. There is no secret, but a lot of this is selling yourself and making this look fun, because it is. You have to have fun. If you start feeling burnt out, if you start feeling like this is a drag, then you are doing something wrong, because this is the most fun experience I've ever had and the most amazing friends that I've ever had, and people need to see that. They don't need to just see ads on Facebook. They need to see that this is a wonderful opportunity. There's so many people that are alone in this world that have nobody. Their parents have deserted them. They don't have friends. This could be the opportunity not just to make money, but they can have friendships. That gets people to join my team over money sometimes. And so there's always just a reason why sometimes maybe people are not wanting to join you. And so that's just kind of some tough love that I try to give to my team of maybe why they're not signing up distributors. And I'm not talking about someone who's been in a month. It is normal to not sign up distributors. But I'm talking once you've been in for a very long time, people should be watching you and starting to come on board once they've seen you be consistent. And that's what happened to me my 5th month when I went Double Diamond, because people were like, okay, Susan Wade's serious. She's not going back to work. Let's do this thing. And, even my closest friends sometimes took a year to join. So that's kind of just my tough love for your team and whoever's on this call, that, I always know that I'm not perfect. None of us are. And so we need to continuously read books that help us and take a huge, look in the mirror and say, what can I do differently this month that's going to attract the right people in the business, because I know God has them for me. And so just pray about it. And I'm so sorry. I'm looking at my friend's phone, and I literally have 5% battery. So it's like beeping at me. But do y'all have any other questions for me? I don't want to cut this short, but it's just been an honor to be on.
Thank you so much. And what you just said, like telling the whole story with it, just the $300, how somebody can change their life and the friendships and stuff like that. That, to me, that's impressive. I love that. And I think that if everybody would take that to heart, exactly what she just said, I think their businesses would definitely turn around. So we will cut this one short today because your phone is dying, and I know you're out with the girls right now.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. But thank you so much for being on the call tonight. We appreciate it so much, and I love the journey that you're on, and keep doing what you're doing, and maybe we'll have you on again sometime.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Susan. Patricia, I will go ahead. Can we ask a question real quick? I'm sorry. Do you have a second, or are you done?
Real quick. Yeah.
Okay. Patricia has 3 questions, but I can just ask one of them. What's your go-to blitz technique for wrapping on the spot? Is that just your husband getting them for you? Can you hear me? I think we lost her. All right, Patricia, we'll make sure we get those answers for you and put them on the page.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Patricia actually has 3 of them, but we can go ahead and get those answered for her and get it posted. I don't see any other questions. Hold on. Nope. Thanks. She is awesome.
She
Okay.
can message me, and I'll write it up for her if she wants me to.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Thank you.
You're
welcome. Did we lose? Is she still on?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay. We will go ahead and wrap this up. I want you guys to please keep in mind that you should be making like Christmas wish lists, stuff like that, to be put in on your Facebook so that people know that they can get with you to be able to get their Christmas gifts. And Susan, thank you again so much for being on this call. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.